Okay, hello friends who are watching on Instagram or YouTube. So I realized that in all my videos I'm a bit stiff, so I'm trying to loosen it up a bit. That's why I'm holding my stuffed bunny. Okay, never mind, no stuffed bunny for this video. So this video is about insurance knowledge episode 2. So I wanted to cover this topic for a very long time already, and this topic is I wouldn't say it's a very popular question, but then in my opinion it is a very important question and an important thing to know and to be addressed. So what I'm going to talk about today is the difference between medical card and also critical illness coverage. They are always mixed up, these two. I would say many people think that, oh, if I have medical card then my critical illness is also covered, but then it's actually very different because medical card is medical card and the critical illness coverage is actually a rider. We call it a rider, meaning it's something that rides along with your medical card. So do you understand? So yes, a rider. So first of all, I'm going to talk about medical card. So what is medical card, you may ask? So medical card is like a credit card that only can be used in the hospital and the hospital only. That's it, nothing else. So any expenses you have out of the hospital, so it is not covered at all. So it covers surgical fees, admission fees, and any other expenses that you have in the hospital, but anything else it does not cover. So medical card actually is very new nowadays. It's upgraded. If you compare medical cards from 10 years back, it's very different, because 10 years back medical card limits were only, I think, 50k to 100k. So we call that limited medical card. So you have the limited and the unlimited, which is what we have nowadays. Unlimited medical card, like how our data works. You have unlimited data and you have limited data. So you already know how it works, right? So of course you would choose the unlimited data so you can watch Netflix and YouTube videos all day long without worrying, oh, I have limited data, I have 3 gigabytes left and I cannot watch any more Netflix. So that's a bit sad. Same goes to medical card. So for medical card, right now we have unlimited medical card. So why do we need unlimited medical card? It's because medical fees nowadays are getting higher and higher. They're so expensive. Going into the ICU for a night, it costs 10,000 ringgit.
10,000 ringgit. 10,000 ringgit.
Which is very, very costly. So imagine if you have the medical card from 10 years back, which is 50k, 5 nights in the ICU, you use up all your medical card. Anything that happens or any other expenses beyond that, you need to cover yourself. So you need to use your hard-earned money, your savings, to pay medical expenses, which is, well, I would say it's not a good idea at all. I do not want to use my savings for medical expenses to give to the hospital. So that is why you should upgrade to unlimited medical card. So you don't have to worry about not having enough limit, not having enough quota to go into the hospital or for a big surgery. Even cancer takes up, I think, 500k to a million ringgit. So it's very, very costly. So that is one thing you need to know. So I think that's about it for medical card. So sorry, the fireworks, it's Hari Raya and then people are putting out fireworks, so I'm very sorry if you can hear that at the back. So right now we're going into the second point. So that is critical illness coverage. So what is critical illness coverage? So you have heard the 36 critical illness, the 43 critical illness, but what are they actually covering? So as I said, it is a rider. So this rider covers all your life expenses. So your day-to-day expenses for your car loan, your mortgage, and also food expenses. You need all these things to survive. If let's say I were to have a critical illness, then I would need money to sustain myself during the recovery period. Because of course, after if I'm diagnosed with a critical illness, I would need a very long recovery period. Let's say if it's a very severe critical illness like cancer, I might need to recover, stay at home for a year, maybe 2 years, or maybe 3 years, because I need to go through chemotherapy and everything, right? So that is why you need critical illness coverage. So it is money that's given to me to sustain myself during the recovery period. So it's very important for you to have enough critical illness coverage. So in case, touch wood, anything that is very severe going to happen in your life, you will never know what will happen. So you would have a backup plan. So at least you feel that comfort, that security, that you have this critical illness coverage to sustain yourself. So that is why I emphasize on critical illness coverage. It is so important that I would say many of you or many people out there really they do not know that it's so important for you to have a medical card and also a critical illness coverage. It really is something that can save your family through the tough times. So that is why I wanted to share with you guys about this. And also I wanted to touch on something about critical illness coverage. For my company Prudential, we have a critical illness coverage called TMCC. So it's Total Multi-Crisis Care. So what does this cover? Instead of the 36 or the 43 critical illness, it covers 160 conditions of critical illness. So many people do not know critical illness coverage usually back then it only covers late stage critical illness. So for an example, if I have kidney failure, I must have 2 non-functioning kidneys to be counted as late stage kidney failure. So in order for me to claim my critical illness coverage, I need to have 2 non-functioning kidneys to claim that to cover my life expenses. But for TMCC, it is very special because it covers not only late stage, but it covers early stage and also intermediate stage. So it's such a great plan, because if let's say I have kidney failure, I have 1 non-functioning kidney, I can claim 50% of my sum assured. So if you are interested or you have any more questions or any topics that you are not familiar with, or you have a few questions about, you don't understand, please pop into my DM. You can DM me anytime and ask away. I would be glad to help and answer all your needs, your financial needs, and also your coverage on your own insurance. So I think that's about it. So I hope you guys understand the difference now between medical card and also critical illness coverage. 2 very different things, one for the hospital, one for yourself. So I am going to end this video here. So thank you so much for watching until the end, because it's a bit long, this video, I would say. So thank you so much for giving me the time and listening to my explanation. So I will see you in the next video. So thank you so much. Goodbye.